The title of this live is The Cookout is Canceled. Okay, if you can hear me and hear me well. Hey y'all, my YouTube folk. I just popped on live on YouTube. But if you can hear me and hear me well, please give me a thumbs up emoji in the chat. You know what I'm saying? The title of this live, or I'm like reversed. I don't know if I like that. Let me do it like this. The title of this live is The Cookout is Canceled, until further notice. And I'm just gonna get off of Instagram. I'm on Instagram on my phone for the people that's on YouTube because I just want people to know you can hear me. How does the sound? Because I'm going through on this mic. I want to know if it's loud enough or do I need to turn it up a little bit? I'm turning the volume. Do I need to turn it up? Is it good? It's good. Okay. Black love is revolutionary. Yeah, I got on the merch. You feel me? Look at that. Look at my face is just frozen. You see that? I'm getting off of the live because what's the point? Not on this live. I'm talking about on Instagram. I was trying to let the people know. But anyway, just to get into it, just for you guys who may not know me, my name is Erica LeShai. You guys said you can hear me clearly. Yes, cool, cool. I tried out this new little mic thing, and I want to make sure that it sounds, pleasing to your ears. But anyway, my name is Erica LeShai. I talk, you feel me? I make music. I do all sorts of things. So if you rocking with the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. I found out that I need to say that. People don't know to subscribe unless I say that apparently. Subscribe, stay tapped in with me. I'll be going live every week. And I know I've said that before, you guys, but I mean it this time. I really mean it. I promise you. This Sunday, I might not even be in my place. I'll probably be like at the park or something, but I'm gonna go live every week. Somebody said, yeah, okay. I'm telling y'all, man, hold me to my word. Word is bond, okay? And bond is life. And this time, I give my life before my word shall fail. I'm going live on Sunday, this upcoming Sunday, because it's gonna be a lot to talk about. This is beside the point of the live. For the people that may not know me, I am an anime fan. There's much to talk about. One Piece is coming back. Is it this Saturday, you guys? This Sunday? Yes. But anyway, this live is about how the cookout is canceled. Okay. The cookout is canceled until further notice. Now, I just want to remind you guys who have been rocking with me for a long time. Did I not say this 5 years ago? Did I not in 2020 say that the cookout is canceled because the people that's handing out invites ain't even invited themselves? I said that we needed to become stingy with our love, stingy with our culture, stingy with our vote. Remember when I said all of that? I should play the video back. I need to find it in my phone and play it for y'all. Because I said this. And now, since our culture has largely been hijacked, now everybody want to be on the cancel the cookout train. I'm telling y'all, I've been on that type of time. Let me say that I've been on that type of time. Okay. So I said this 5 years ago, but the reason why I feel like, being too inclusive can go wrong is because at this point in our lives as Black people, you know what I'm saying? And whether or not you call yourself Black or you don't like that, whatever, you feel me? This is what I'm saying. But in regards to this point in our lives, we've seen a lot happen with our culture. We've seen a lot of people tell us that we don't have culture while profiting and monetizing and hijacking said culture. We've seen a lot of people demonize our culture only for those same people to turn around and make that culture high fashion when they do it. And we've seen a lot of people become very wealthy from just knowing a little bit about our culture. And all of that needs to stop, you guys. As much as I'm a loving person, as much as I love all people, but I got a specific, special kind of love for Black people. Let me just say that. I love everybody. I want everybody, that are good people to be successful in life. I'm not the type of person that hates everyone. No. But I got a special, specific kind of love that run real deep for Black people specifically. You feel me? So We have to become stingy with our culture because there's been too many instances of other people monetizing and hijacking our culture. And what do we get? The people who created the culture, the people who had to cultivate this from our blood, sweat, and tears. The culture that we had was ripped and stolen away from us. And us being the creative people that we are, despite that what we used to have, we don't have connections. We don't have a history tied to the continent that, most people say that we come from. I know there's black people that say there was black people already in the Americas, which I do believe. And there are those black people as well that came over from Africa. But regardless, whatever you believe, we had to start from scratch here. We had to start from ground zero, only for other people to come in and hijack it and monetize it. And that ain't right. One of the things I want to talk about is how our culture, which has a lot to do with our language, our food, how we correspond with each other, our hairstyles, our attire, a lot of that is being chalked up to Gen Z culture or Gen Z vernacular. And I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You feel me? I know there are certain things that are generational, but we can't just pretend like Ebonics or African American vernacular English is just Gen Z talk. It's not. They snatched it from us. And because there's TikTok and all these other social media platforms, they get a chance to peer into our culture and emulate it because we have the most popular, the most flourishing, the most infectious, the most, people want to be a part of our culture because it's beautiful. And for those of you who be in alive talking about what culture, because there's a lot of black people. The reason why a lot of people have been able to take our culture and run with it, because those of us who should be protecting our culture have let others convince us that we don't have one. What culture do black Americans have? Black Americans don't have culture. Nah, son, y'all ain't got no culture. That's cat. That's what they'll tell us while they're speaking in our culture. Cat. Black Americans don't have culture. Nah, nah. Oh, really? So what does cap, nah, and all the other kind of stuff that you using to talk to us with, where'd that come from? I'm telling you, I've heard people use our language to tell us we ain't got no language. Isn't that crazy? So those of us who might be in the live that are ashamed of these so-called unappealing aspects of our culture, culture is culture. You feel me? And even the parts of it that we may not look at as so wonderful is a part of the culture. You can't pick and choose and decide, I don't like the long nails and the different color nails. That's ghetto or whatever. And decide that that's not a part of the culture. It is a part of the culture, even if you don't like it. Me personally, I'm like you see, I like a minimalistic nail. I like a natural nail. I've always worn my natural nails. That's what I do. Just because I'm not with the acrylics and all the fixings on the nails don't mean that I'm going to act like that's not a part of our culture, because it is. Because then when you see it in France or something on Paris Fashion Week, they got the models with the nails like that. They getting paid from it because we were too ashamed to hold on to what we created ourselves. We can't be ashamed of our culture. We can't let other people that benefit from us and our culture take it and monetize it while we end up with nothing. Okay. So my first issue is the Gen Z thing. I don't like that. You feel me? First things first. Second thing I just said is us not taking ownership of our culture. Even the parts of it that y'all don't like is still a part of us. The slang, the clothes, all of that kind of stuff. You feel me? The crip walking and stuff. The zoot suits, they're coming for everything. They're coming for the music. They saying that zoot suits originated with the Latino people or Filipino people or something. And it's like they calling them something else, but they zoot suits, man. We was wearing them in the 1920s. Come on. But anyway, let me get to this post that I wanted to talk about that I saw on Threads. Let me pull my photos up. I screenshotted it. And this was posted. I got it here in my thing, as you guys can see. This was posted by a brother. He's Nigerian American, I believe. He has a Nigerian flag and an African flag. I mean, a Nigerian flag and an American flag in his bio. When I went to go look up what he does hip hop. He does hip hop. Well, he calls it hip opera, but it's hip hop opera basically. But anyway, he posted on Threads And it said, the cookout is a safe space for Black people, a place where we get a break, breathe easy, and just be. Why are you so desperate to be invited into that space? Now, I thought that was an interesting take, right? He asked other people, why are they so desperate to be invited? And the crazy thing is that they're not. It's us. We are desperate to invite people in. I can't count how many times I've seen a white person do a little two step, a white person say, "What's up?" or do something hella mid. And it's all these Black people in the comments talking about, "Oh, you invited to the cookout." Let a white man look at a Black woman and say, "Oh, her skin's soft." Next thing you know, he invited to the cookout. The white girl might have a big booty because she been working out, going to the gym. She's invited to the cookout. No other culture of people are this open with their culture. Like what I've noticed when I've gone to other countries is that other people of other races will share their culture, but they let it be known that this is their culture. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll share it with you, but you still have no say in this. You have no say in this. Like even though I love anime, I have no say in Japanese culture. I have no say in that. My opinions are not valid. They're not because I'm not a part of the culture. I love Thai food. I might want to make some sort of yellow curry salmon with a different type of spice. And I could do that in my own kitchen. But once I start telling Thai people they need to incorporate what I do in my own kitchen to their recipe, I'm out of line. And that's just what it boils down to. And all other cultures of the world understand that premise. And they understand that and they respect it. You feel me? Everyone knows that, like, oh, I'm not going to go and tell Thai people how to make their food, or I'm not going to go and tell Japanese animators what type of animes they should make. They all know that. But when it comes to us, because we have invited so many people to the hypothetical cookout, the metaphorical cookout, they feel like they have right to insert themselves into what we got going on and what we doing. And that's a problem. And it's our fault. It's our fault for being too inclusive, too open with people. It's one thing to share the culture and to say, like, oh, this is Black culture, this is what this entails. But we let people like Vlad, Adam 22, who else? You know, Andrew Schultz. We let people like that come in and talk, and it holds weight for some reason. I don't know any other culture of people where that happens. But it happens with us because, like I said, we've invited too many people in. And that's where being too inclusive goes wrong. It doesn't mean that we have to be a mean group of people, but it means that we have to take pride and ownership in what we've created. Like we have done something, one of the most unthinkable things. Because all cultures of people, well, I won't say all, but most cultures of people have gone through colonization where they've been colonized. A part of their culture has been torn away from them. They've had to deal with invasions from them people that mess with everybody. You know what I'm saying? But for those same people to rebuild a culture that the rest of the world craves and wants a part of and loves, I ain't seen nobody else do nothing like that. I just haven't, you know? So before I continue on, let me read some of what these comments say. Because I feel like I've been just talking nonstop without looking at none of the comments for the past 13 minutes. Let me see. I hear y'all saying, I thank you moderators that's in here, KTMT, for telling everybody to like the video and to subscribe. Yes, please do that. Like and subscribe. Um, Junior Coleman said, yes, you did say that. Yes, I did say that the cookout was canceled a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what the rest of it says. In Europe, many of us were in Germany, Scotland, Britain, and of course, oh, yes, I know that comment right there was referring to when I said how Black people were already in the Americas. Black people are indigenous to this whole earth. We're the default. We were everywhere. You feel me? And we moved to other places and we've changed a little bit, but we were literally everywhere on this earth. We are the blueprints for life, for human life on this planet. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let's continue on. Someone said we need to gatekeep our culture. Most definitely. And that's one thing that I feel like needs to be said. When we talk about something in the comments, like I saw this video of Denzel Washington saying, when they asked him about um other people directing, other videos, right? He asked like, I forgot who he said did like certain movies, did The Godfather, did Schindler's List. And he said that, there's a cultural connection, that those directors had with that movie. The reason why it's important to have black directors helping to tell black stories, because he said every black person know what that is. When the pressing comb hit the back of the hair and it hit that little sizzle, and how it smells, because you put a little oil on there to get it real straight and shiny, right? We all know what that's about. I know what that's about. I've had my hair pressed on several occasions. And even if you a black man who ain't never got your hair pressed, you feel me? You might have been around black women and you know what that's about. It's not something that has to be explained, but it's something that we know within our culture, right? And in the video, I was like, yeah, that's true. I agreed with the video. Then, of course, it was a white person in the comments saying, like, well, what does that mean? What is that smell? And then all the black people was like, that ain't for you to know. But of course, there's always one black person that explains in great detail exactly what we're talking about. And that is what has to stop. We don't have to explain our culture to nobody. It's like, if you know type of thing. If you don't get it, if you don't understand what we mean when we say, um, I'm trying to think of something quick. Oh, I can't even bring up nothing from Friday because they didn't gentrified that movie. Bye Felicia was trending on Twitter at one point. White people don't even know who Felicia is or what we talking about. But they just gonna hijack whatever thing. You feel me? They hijacked the whole word from us. Woke. They just hijacked it and took it and made it mean something else. But yeah, the point I'm making is this. Don't explain. If they don't know, good. They don't need to know. If they don't know what we talking about, they don't need to know. Do not explain our culture to nobody. Do not be so thirsty for white acceptance that we tell them everything that we do. They ain't got to know. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at some of these comments. Someone said, I never understood the fascination with those types of people. I can't listen to outsiders speak on our culture. Exactly. You don't know. They don't know nothing about this. Nothing about this. But everybody feels entitled to speak on our culture. They get to have a say in whatever's going on in our community, whatever's going on in our music, our dating. We put all of that on the forefront for the whole world to see and take advantage of and monetize. And then what happens? We don't get none of the money. We don't get none of the benefit. They write us out of history. It's a shame, really. Someone says, please, like, oh yeah, KTMT. Thank you so much for moderating. Let me see. Someone said Gary Owen's invited to the cookout. Oh, Larry Owens is invited to the cookout. Gary Owens isn't. I don't know who Larry Owens is. And honestly, we were sending, there's no cookout. We were sending cookout invites. Because and I know y'all like, who am I to cancel the metaphorical hypothetical cookout? I'm canceling it, okay? I'm just a regular person, but I'm saying here is a new decree. The cookout is canceled. Ain't no invites. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, where that comment go? Martin Ukpai, is that how you say that? Ukpai. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Thank you so much for the super chat. It said it should be common sense to keep our culture ours, but our situation is the most uncommon amongst the human family. This is very true. Very, very true. We have a very, very uncommon set of predicaments, like what we're in right now, because we're in a place where there's so many of us that still desire with a strong fervor white acceptance. I remember when I posted this video like about a year and a half ago. You guys remember that video I posted? If you guys were tapped in with me then, I posted a video about like black people review bombing this black dentist because she had a sign up in her practice that said, don't come in your bonnet and your pajamas. You feel me? If you come in that attire, we'll reschedule your appointment, but come dressed like you actually going out the house. And and they went and left her practice bad reviews and stuff because they said the sign was anti-black. Now, what so there's multiple things wrong with that. Multiple things wrong. The first thing is this: we equate pajamas and bonnets in public with blackness. That's problem number one. That where you can consider that sign to be anti-black, right? Now, black women predominantly do wear bonnets, but pajamas outside and all that kind of stuff, like, let's not associate that with the essence of blackness, okay? Because we probably there are black people that do that, but to say that that sign within itself is anti-black is saying that by nature the default uniform of a black person is a bonnet and pajamas, and I do not believe that. You feel me? And then secondly, to leave bad reviews because of that and to say that this woman is adhering to respectability politics, and the whole idea of respectability politics is no matter how well you dress or how educated you are, white people are still going to be racist to you, right? Some of them that are racist at heart. And while I do agree that a racist person is going to be racist regardless, I don't dress and keep myself together hoping that white people treat me better. I dress and keep myself together because I like myself, and I like looking nice and smelling good and having my clothes ironed for me. It ain't got nothing to do with white people. And so the point I'm making with bringing up that video is that we center our whole movement of like pro blackness around white acceptance, with us saying things like, we don't want to dress nice because that's respectability politics. It's still not going to stop you it's still not going to stop white people from being how they are. And it's like, why are white people in the center of our brains when we're talking about stuff like this? I'll tell you to dress better, and you say, well, white people aren't going to treat me better if I dress better. Who said anything about white people? You know what I'm saying? And to the brothers, I know a lot of the brothers be on the live saying, like, I'm not gonna wear no monkey suit. I'm not gonna put that suit on. Da, 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 da. I'm not gonna put on a tie, because that's a white man's uniform and all of that. And it's like, okay, you might say that, but it's sweatpants and basketball shorts, you feel me, and hoodies. Is that traditional African attire? I mean, you're wearing a uniform one way or the other. You just deciding to call that one the white man's uniform because it requires a little bit of effort, which I don't like. Like, things that required effort and looking nice is not just specifically, you know, chalked up to white people things, So that's all I'll say about that. But yes, we be centering too many of our conversations and how we move throughout life in regards to white people. And that's why I be so many cookout invites. A lot of people use their own blackness. A lot of black people use their own blackness as a way to pull themselves closer like to white acceptance. And I know that sounds crazy, but they'll white people be like, oh, I saw this one video of twerking, like let's do a twerking video, and then they go to you because you the black girl that they know, the one black girl that they know and they kind of cool with, and it's like, oh, I get cool points if I introduce these white girls to twerking, so I'm going to use my blackness as a way to further insert myself into white spaces because I'm the cool black girl now, right? That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. That's the kind of stuff I don't like. We got to have enough root within ourselves that we don't seek their acceptance to the detriment of our own culture, is what I'm saying. But anyway, let me read some of these comments and I'm about to get off of here. And before I get off the live, because I've been talking for 24 minutes already and I don't want it to be no longer than 30. I'm trying to do like episodes, little 30-minute, little episodes. You can, you're saying you can get your little fix in and see me back next week, But anyway, let me read some of these comments real quick. Someone said, what's wrong? Reign Supreme 79 said, what's wrong with respectability? When did fly ish go out of style? Man, are you telling me? I saw a post recently that said, I'm so glad we collectively decided to stop ironing. And I'm like, who's we? I iron my clothes. I'm coming out the house wrinkled. And then the crazy thing is we'll say stuff like that and then wonder why, like, oh, those outfits look so good on her, da 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 da, and think it's about buying designer stuff and all that. It's not even about that. It's about having clothes that fit, because that matters. Having clothes that fit, having clothes that are made out of real materials, not that poly blend plastic clothes, but I'm talking about cottons, leathers, linens, you know what I'm saying? Silks, if you can afford it, having real fabrics, and ironing and pressing your clothes. And then you'll look like $1,000,000, even shopping at like Rainbow, a thrift store, something like that. You ain't got to have all this high designer stuff. I'll be looking so like high end. Sometimes, I got my own merch on, but it's not all wrinkled and stuff. It's together. My earrings, I'm making myself. My nails, I do them myself, and they look good too. Look at that. You know, but the maintenance for me is not a lot because I know how to make simple stuff look good, is the point I'm making. So yeah, fly stuff ain't going out of style for me. It never will. I'm West Coast. You know how that go. But anyway, let me read some of these comments. Someone said, all people treat you better when you dress better. This is true. You feel me? Now, it might not stop people from being racist, but they do approach you differently. And this goes for men, women, children, adults, people of other races. When I be going and looking, when I'm just on a run real quick, I might have a hat on. I'm incognito. I'm just trying to go and do something real quick, get some gas or something. People, they're kind to me. They're like whatever. It's like in the middle. But when I spruce myself up, everybody's just so nice. They're like, you want me to help you do this, or you can get this on sale for blah blah blah. I get all sorts of action, and it's not just me. I'm telling you, spruce, fix yourself up. You'll feel better about yourself, and life will go a little smoother. Someone says you live stream like anime episode, intro and outro, take 5 minutes, show us 14 minutes, stay with us. Don't do me like that. I mean, okay, yeah, probably, but I love anime. I guess it's rubbing off on the way I do things, okay? Someone said just be sharp, that's all. Um, okay, let me see what else. Let's be real. We know which political party has drilled obsession with what white people think, and you trying to be white nonsense into too many black people's minds. Yeah, honestly, I don't want to get into the dabbling into the politics because, I feel like that's just another way to separate us. It's like, oh, you voted for this way or you voted that way. It's like, man, damn all of that. I'm not about to throw our community away over politics. Because there's a lot of things that we disagree on, but we all can agree on the fact that we black people, and that ain't gonna change ever, you know. But yes, so that's all I have to say. Let's be stingy with our culture, you guys. If you see somebody online asking questions, don't answer them questions. Let them stay confused. They don't have to know what's going on within our culture, within our homes. They don't have to know. They're going to want to insert themselves because we've opened the doors. We've told them it's okay to insert their opinions into our conversations. But when they try to insert themselves, just ignore them. Nobody is angrier than a white person being ignored because they used to everybody explaining things to them, telling them stuff, accepting them in. They're used to everything being for them and about them. But when you ignore them, they get real mad. You feel me? So just don't talk to them. Just let them sit in the comments by themselves, shouting into the wind. You know what I'm saying? That's all I have to say. I love you guys. It was been dope being on the live. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. I'm going live this Sunday. Word is bond. All right, everybody that was like, yeah, okay. I'm telling you, this Sunday, word is bond. So put in the comments what y'all want me to talk about. I'll probably go live. If I've watched One Piece by then, there's gonna be an anime live. I'm just gonna tell y'all that right now. Look at that. Look, y'all ain't got no faith in me. Well, this is my fault. This is my fault. I have gotten your hopes up, but I will be going live this Sunday. Be looking out for me, okay? Bye. Love y'all. See y'all later. Bye.